G'day, Jared from Tyre here, and today I'm sitting in the car with Dave, and Dave has been driving on the Yokohama G015 all-terrain tyres for about the last 20,000 Ks, and these tyres are actually ones that we gave to Dave after our trip to the sand last year, so you might remember some of those videos that we did, which we might be able to pop up here in tags. But Dave, you've had them for 20,000 Ks now. In general, how have the Yokohamas been?
They've been quite impressive, actually. They're exceptionally good on the highway and good in the wet, and I've been quite surprised on the gravel roads that they've been absolutely fantastic. They come in, I think it is a 70% on-road, 30% off-road sort of tyre. So yeah, they've been really good in that regards.
Yeah, cool. So thinking about on the road to start off with, in the wet, you've got a dual cab ute. Do you notice that they slip and slide a bit around the roundabouts and that sort of stuff in the wet?
Not so much. They've been a really, really good tyre in that regard. I carry a toolbox with some recovery gear in the back. I did notice once I had that out, and after a dry period, it did rain, a bit of grease on the road, I did lose a bit of traction, but overall they've been a really good tyre. I think if you had a canopy on the back and you had a bit of extra weight continuously, you wouldn't have any issues with it.
Yeah. And just for reference, these are 265/70 17s that you've got on the Hilux?
Yeah, that's right. They're an AT 265/70 17s.
Yep. Awesome. So, and then you mentioned earlier that you tow a fair bit. So how do they do with towing?
Yeah, so I tow a up to 2-ton trailer, tandem trailer, and also a camper trailer. So in between the both of those, and they're rated up to 2-ton. Have been exceptionally good in that regard, especially again on gravel roads, on wet roads, highway and so forth. I do a lot of towing through Central Highlands of Tasmania. Have been through snow and pretty average gravel conditions, and they've been really, really good. So,
we had Dave came with us on that snow trip we did last year as well. That was fantastic. What about on the gravel when you don't have a camper on? How do you find them on the gravel?
Really good. Every now and again, with other tyres, you do feel your vehicle, especially a vehicle that's light in the rear with these dual cab Hilux that just steps out a little bit. You don't notice it too much with these tyres. They've been very, very reliable and confident tyre in gravel conditions.
So I've got a challenge for you now. We're actually sitting at the trailhead of a fairly difficult trail. I'll get you to drive through it while you talk me through how well they do in the mark. So we're just about to try this dirty bit. Let's see how we go, Dave.
Righto. I've just got it in high 4 at this stage. Might actually put it in low 4 just to control a bit of the slide. So
this is our local little test track, which has a good array of interesting parts, but this is Dave's first time on the track. So
first time?
So off you go, Dave.
No worries.
So how do you find them on this sort of, like we're going through a bit of a boggy part at the moment? Do they sort of fill, or how do they go?
Felt like just before, mind you, I was just using compression from the vehicle to sort of control that a little bit down that descent. A little bit of sliding there. It should be fun coming back out if we're coming back out the same way.
We are. I think.
We'll see how we go then.
Yeah, we'll see if we get lost. We're just about to go up a muddy slope after a little creek crossing. It's beautiful in here. Let's see how we go on this next little crossing.
Roger.
Not a crossing, sorry, next little hill.
Yeah. So again, looks pretty slippery, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, it's been raining.
Get a bit bumpy.
It's been raining down here. Oh, that's a hole. I don't think that hole was here last time.
I have to probably add, we haven't actually deflated the tyres either coming off the track.
No, so it's a bit bumpy.
Still running at highway pressure. But we got up there actually pretty well. So,
performed well.
I was actually pretty happy with that.
And then we're just about to go through a sort of little boggy area.
Let's move forward on that other vehicle.
Yeah, that's all right. Tunnel through here and see how you go. So it seems like overall you've been quite happy with their off-road capabilities. Do you think, would you recommend this tyre for what sort of group of people?
I think this tyre would really come into its own for those that are touring Australia, towing a caravan, camper trailer, predominantly highway with some gravel driving. Those that are maybe towing a horse float. where you're not predominantly seeking off-road adventures all the time, but are happy to drive on gravel and drive on more challenging sort of road types, but not that sort of real mud, real rock crawling type environment. So
definitely. So majority just sort of, you know, the towing and the on-road, but they're still capable of doing this sort of track, although I notice you've stopped at the bottom of this hill.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can see that in front of us, but it's looking pretty good. Some good cutouts on the left-hand side that we wouldn't want to slip into.
So we might break there and let Dave concentrate on this hill, and thanks for the review, Dave.
No worries. Yeah, no, they've been enjoyable, and yeah, thanks for the tyres. They've been certainly a good tyre, so thanks, Yokohama.
Awesome. All right. Thanks all.